So I've been heavily oppressed lately. I'm not one to just kind of take it and not figure out why. So I went to the Lord in prayer, into meditation deep meditation for several hours, for several days straight, to purify and reach the highest alignments so that I could understand and have the clarity of what is going on in my life and in the lives of others, in the collective. And so as I meditated and was called up into the Spirit, I ended up here again, back in this chair in the depths of hell, where all this work is done and is made manifest and begins. And so I was caught up in the Spirit, and I was back in this chair in the pits of hell, and I was just being bombarded with demonic oppression, with just and may I just say that it is vibrational, metaphorical, metaphysical, and real. And so it says that the devil walks around like a roaring lion looking for those to devour. And lions only prey upon the old, the sick, and the weak. He cannot take down the strong. He doesn't even attempt it. Right there. Take that with you. And so, I'm in this chair, and I'm asking, why, Lord? Why am I being so oppressed and persecuted? What is the purpose? And he says, I am bringing you to this point so that I may draw out the greater darkness, so that I may be glorified. And I said, I didn't quite understand, and so all these demons were just piling and piling on me. And I came overwhelmingly sick, and I was just throwing up, and it was awful. I was just being utterly destroyed. Yet I was fine. And he says, I'm causing this so that I draw out the bigger darkness, the bigger principalities, the bigger spirits, and the bigger oppressors that you as mankind has not yet been able to reach out towards yet and to overcome. We are now ready. And so what had happened is I got so sick and all these terrible things, and I was so oppressed, and it drew out the big boys, the big bosses, the big bad guys. And so then this purple smoke, this purple mist came out, and it started rising up everywhere. And then as it filled all the area, the big bosses were led and drawn out, and they saw me squirming, and I was fighting, and I was still winning, and they didn't like it, and that's what was the very act of them being drawn out. And so, as we were there and being oppressed and drawing out the big bosses, the purple mist was coming up, and it was so amazing because once they were all drawn out, this gigantic white light beam came and shined down just like always, and everything that the mist was around, it engulfed, and then it became, as that light left, it was all gone. They were all gone. And so what that translates into reality is that some significant warfare, spiritual warfare has been going on, and that it was all a ploy. It was all bait to draw out those last big bosses that were holding on with those gigantic strongholds. And we have now dealt with them. And so this ties into all the other prophecies. As Christ is being prepared, as the Heavenly Mother is tilling the soil, and the Father is on the throne, hell is being dealt with, the darkness is being dealt with. And so it will begin to reflect that as your faith receives it in your very lives. And so may you understand the oppression, and that it all works out for good. And that we do not wrestle against people, flesh, these bodies, but we wrestle with the principalities and those darkness and the wicked powers of the air, the ones that have had dominion over this planet for so long. And the great thing is as God is standing up and moving through the lands, more and more people are being saved. More and more people are turning from being problems to the solutions. And the tides are changing very quickly. And so that's how you're going to see this adjustment into your lives, so that God may be glorified. And he told me to make sure I said this, so that he may be glorified, so that we can understand and have clarity even through the darkest and thickest of calamity. And so this has been a great and significant victory for the body of Christ, for the church, for the temple, for us. So, don't be afraid. God is with you, will not leave you nor forsake you, even in the pits of hell. May you be blessed. Much love. And Namaste.